Jason here from Forever Fresh. We're about to launch our new range of meals, and what better way to test them than out in the field. And today we find ourselves in beautiful Bokkerveld in Western Cape, campsite that we stumbled across called Hodenbeck. Highly recommended. You can see here behind me Cedarburg styled mountains, beautiful clean water. That's actually part of the reason why we're here. There's no better way to actually test a meal than to be out in nature. We could always pull tap water, it's full of chlorine and stuff, but actually what we're looking for is mountain water. And our meals are freeze-dried, they're made with the best ingredients, and so we want to test them. And so yeah, today I'll share with you one of them that we're actually doing. So nothing super special, just got a normal cooker here in front of me, and the meal that we're doing today is field tester secret meal. This actually is one of them that we're considering putting out into the market. This one is Indonesian chicken. So it's made with free-range chicken, a hint of chili, coconut, some lemongrass, soy, and a whole lot of other spices. So I suppose the biggest thing that people don't really realize about these freeze-dried meals is how you actually prepare them. So other than this being a bit of a field test, I'm also going to show you actually how you do these. So typically what one does when you think of cooking a meal is your first thought is that this is a meal that requires cooking. It doesn't really. It's a pre-cooked meal. So all you really need to do is heat it to your desired temperature, or if you so wished, you could even eat this cold. The other thing that people generally try to do is they would take a cooker like this, and one's got a flame of some sort, and then you add your water, and then you bring it up to boil, and that's not really the best way to do it. So typically what we do is, I'm going to open this one up, and our meals are going to be based on about 300 grams for a single portion. This over here is, when dried, it drops down to, I think this one is, remember, it's probably around 90 grams, so it's like super light. So you would actually throw the entire contents of the package. This little thing that you see here, do not eat this. This is an oxygen absorber. It's just a way for us to give you prolonged shelf life. You can see what it looks like. So it's proper chunky pieces of chicken. It's not something that you won't be able to recognize. I mean, inside you can actually see little pieces of vegetable, in this case the red pepper. And then the way that you actually do this is, we say each recipe will have different amount of water that it needs, that you actually rehydrate it with. A cup is a general rule of thumb. You just throw it over, and then depending on what the meal is, in general you would leave this, basically go put your lid on and give it 8 to 10 minutes and don't do anything with it. So as you maybe get to your campsite, whether you're overlanding or you've just walked through the mountains, or you've done a kayak trip, or whatever it might be, as you get into camp, just empty it, pop it down, add the water, leave it alone, go and socialize with your buddies, and when everyone else is ready, or you're ready for that matter, to have your meal, all you really need to do is to heat it up. It can be advisable that you give it a good stir every now and then, just to get that water to soak in. But really, I mean, it's one of the major benefits of freeze-dried is it's so hungry to suck in water, and as I say, between 8 to 10 minutes it's done. So I'm going to leave it for a while, and in 7 minutes or so we'll check back in again, and we'll then fire it up, and I'll actually show you how quickly it comes to to eating temperature, and yeah, we'll take it from there. Okay, so we've waited just over 8 minutes, and wanted to show you actually what it looks like. So you can see it's still got a little bit of water in it, but you can clearly identify chunky chicken, some of the red peppers, and as I move the wooden spoon through, I can actually feel that it's completely rehydrated and ready to cook. So that's our next step. So we're going to pop that down, and just as a reminder, it's really heating it to your level of how hot you actually want it. You don't need to cook it, it's already cooked. So we'll pop it on, and as you probably know, with these types of cookers, they're cooking incredibly quickly. So it's really advisable that you just give it a bit of a stir every now and then. You can already hear it's already boiling at the bottom. You obviously don't want to overcook your meal. You obviously don't want to burn the bottom of your pot and spend 20 minutes scouring it. You can already see there it's going, it's steaming. I mean, I can already smell, I can smell the lemongrass, I can certainly smell the soy, hints of chili, picking up a bit of garlic there as well. Turn it down a little bit. I mean, there, look at that. I mean, check that out. There's a chunky piece of chicken. And the other thing that you'll probably pick up is that as it starts to heat, all those rich, creamy, sort of coconut creams are coming to the surface. You can actually see it starting to become nice and creamy at the top. Again, just turning it down a little bit, just managing the heat. And there I think we're almost right, eh? Yeah, that looks about right. So from opening the packet to putting the water in for purposes of rehydration to heating, you eating in 10 minutes. I probably use a fraction of the gas, so you're really saving on gas as well. And pop the lid on this, it's done. Okay, this meal in particular, I would recommend would go with either a side of couscous, and I'm going to show you guys shortly what we've got as far as our side of couscous. This is called a jeweled couscous. It's not your standard couscous. It's got a whole lot of really yummy things in it, cranberries in particular, and a whole lot of other little secret spices. So I would recommend this one with that, or the other one that we're going to also rehydrate and try is this. And this is Basmati rice with brown lentil. And actually I think I'm going to go with this one with this meal. So yeah, when we check in next, you would see how I actually rehydrate this one. And again, the process of heating it up, and then we'll enjoy the meal. It's amazing. I mean, it's perfect temperature. You can just, if you've ever had to have 2-minute noodles on a hike or on an adventure, you'll appreciate this. I mean, so proper free-range chunky chicken. It's so soft, and it's got like proper, I mean, I know I shouldn't say this, but it's got like proper chicken. I mean, it's chicken, okay? And then look at this, I mean, peppers. And it's rich and creamy, and I mean, after a long day out, you want these calories. This is incredible. Definite win. This one's definitely going on the menu, guys.